What's up, guys? This is episode 2 of the best hip-hop show countdown ever. Something like that. My name is DJ Synth-the-Boy, and I'll be your host today. And today we're going to be discussing the top 10 worst rap albums, mainstream rap albums ever made. And as far as this criteria goes, I was looking at more of good, popular mainstream artists that have just made really shitty albums. I mean, you could fill this list up with fucking some unknown, internet rappers or, Master P albums, that would fill the whole fucking top 10. But I want to do more of some good artists that just made some incredibly shitty albums. And so, yeah, not everybody's going to agree with this list. Some of this list, it's mixed with my personal opinions and research that I did as far as, other people's opinions about what is the worst albums, rap albums to come out. So this is a kind of a mix of my opinions plus, everybody else's opinions. So not everybody's going to agree on these choices, but, these are bad albums. And so, yeah, let's get started. The first up on our list is number 10. It's going to be 3 6 Mafia, Last to Walk. So, Last to Walk, 3 6 Mafia, it's like their fucking 9th album. And this album was doomed from the start. It's got one of the worst songs ever made in rap. Fucking, that Lolly Lolly fucking song is fucking horrible. And, yeah, basically, here's my problem with 3 6. And that's, I used to be a fucking huge 3 6 HCP, fan. I used to own all the HCP fucking artists, solo artists, albums, all 3 6 Mafia albums and everything like that. And Most Known Unknowns was kind of a blessing, and it was kind of, came out of nowhere, and it was really good. But 3 6 Mafia was going down, this slope into fucking badness, years before, and after they really kicked out everybody that was fucking good in 3 6 Mafia, like Coops and Nicka and fucking Lord Infamous, MC Max, Scanman, all those dudes. And yeah, and it just really shows, you compare like Last to Walk to something like Chapter 2, World Domination, and there's like really no comparison. I mean, it's like fucking taking, Illmatic and comparing it to fucking a Britney Spears album. It's totally fucking different, and this album just it sucks, man. And it's just, it's hard for me to say that because I used to be a fucking huge 3 6 Mafia fan. Underground Volume 1 is one of my favorite albums ever, and that would be on one of my underrated lists too. But yeah, Good Charlotte and fucking tracks like PlayStation. I mean, it's a fucking stupid album. But it's not. I mean, it does have some okay beats here and there. That's why it'd be number 10 instead of higher. Alright, guys, and at number 9 we got Tupac, Loyal to the Game. Yeah, and this is kind of a weird, inclusion, but I just seen it on so many lists that I had to include it. But me personally, I kind of enjoy this album. I know it was mostly produced by Eminem, and it has G-Unit features, and some of the complaints that I've seen is kind of like it kind of shits on Pac's legacy. But yeah, I mean, I bought this album when I was, 16 when I first got a car, and I loved it to death. But I here recently, went back and checked it out and everything, and it's not that good. I mean, compared to Pac's, other shit, it doesn't compare. It's no fucking me against the world. I mean, and it's not that good. But back then it was, I thought it was a shit, and that's when, fucking 50 Cent, G-Unit couldn't do no wrong, or Aftermath, So but it's really not that good. All right, number 8. This is gonna cause some controversy, but this is actually my number one fucking hated album besides Jay-Z Volume 3, which I didn't include Volume 3 because people saying you can't include it because there's a lot of people that like it. But yeah, it's Kanye West, 808s and Heartbreaks. A really bad album. It's a bad concept album. It sounds like fucking Kanye's getting raped, by a fucking robot. Like that's his fucking voice, that auto tune, and it's not good. It's not a good concept album, and it's just, I mean, there's people that fucking like it, but it's not good in either way. He tries to be an R&B album. It's not good there. It tries to be, a rap album. It's not good there. He tries to be a fucking pop album. It's not good there. There's some okay songs on there, So Amazing I do like, mostly because of the beat, but it's got the worst beats by Kanye. It's got the worst rapping by Kanye. It's got fucking Kanye singing and he can't fucking sing. So, I mean, it's just bad. And I know fucking people like this album, which I'll never understand. But yeah, I gotta include it at number 8. Number 7, we got Lil Wayne Lights Out. And this was pre-Carter. Lil Wayne, this fucking just stupid, just bad flow, bad lyrics. Cash Money wasn't really ever that fucking good, although Juvenile, used to shine, here and there. But the album's Lights Out just is bad. And like I said, this is pre-Carter 1, Lil Wayne, and that bling bling era, and it's just not good. Somebody probably defend this piece of shit, and I'm gonna fucking laugh at their fucking comments because you're a fucking idiot. Because Lights Out is really fucking bad. At number 6, we got Jay-Z and R. Kelly, Unfinished Business. Now, the best of both worlds was pretty good. It was decent, but fucking Unfinished Business was trash. Bad beats, bad lyrics. Fucking R. Kelly going out of his fucking mind. It's just it's not a good album. Number 5, we got Dr. Dre. Fucking Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre presents The Aftermath. And I fucking forgot this album even existed until, I was doing research on this list. And there's nothing good about this album, and it's kind of weird, that this album never gets talked about. It's fucking, The Chronic or Straight Out Compton or fucking, 2001. You never hear about fucking Dr. Dre presents The Aftermath, which is weird. But I think Been There Done That's the only fucking good song on there, and that was the single. And this album's forgot about. It's that bad. It's fucking Dr. Dre. And that's kind of weird that album by Dr. Dre gets forgot about. Even though it's not really, it's a collection, but it's still his album, so his name's plastered on it. So yeah, it's just a bad album. At number 4, we got Encore by Eminem. And I'll be the first to tell you I'm not a huge Eminem fan. I think Infinite is the dude's best work. That's how much I don't really like Eminem. But Encore I seen on too many lists, and actually I didn't think it was that bad back in the day. Listening to it, I think it had some solid beats and stuff like that. But compared to Eminem's other work, and Eminem fans, they just really fucking hate this album, and it's like, even though Relapse or whatever the fuck other albums he had, maybe a little bit worse, or compared to this, but this was, Eminem's fans, go back to this album as his fucking downfall. At number 3, we got Big Pun Yeeeah Baby. And this album is shitty. I'm not sure if this was a post-death release. I think this was his 3rd album to release. It might have been after his death. But I remember it's not fucking good at all, you know. And Capital Punishment is a fucking classic, you know, classic by fucking standards come, you know. And Big Pun's got, you know, that fucking flow, you know, that crazy, you know, multi-syllable fucking flow, and good lyrics. But yeah, baby, just it was pretty bad, and so yeah, that's why it's number 3. At number 2, we got Chingy Powerballing. And I didn't want to include this because I think it falls into, you know, I was wanting, you know, rappers, you know, that can rap, you know, on bad albums. But fucking, this album is that bad where, I mean, it has to be included. Powerballing, I don't even know how Powerballing, that fucking single, got popular. Like, y'all are fucking idiots, man. If you like Powerballing, you're a fucking idiot. Because that song is horrible. It's got like one of the worst beats I've ever fucking heard. I remember watching BET back in the day and thinking, you know, why is this fucking, you know, number 2 or number 1 on fucking, you know, 106 and Park? Like, I was fucking confused. Like, it's fucking, you know, Powerballer, like that beat is horrible. And I never checked out, you know, the rest of this album, but you know, I bet it's fucking bad anyways, you know, and that's being ignorant. But you know, I've seen it on so many lists too that I had to include it on this fucking list. Like fucking Powerballing, like I go listen to that fucking song again. If you like that song, go listen to that song again. I bet you fucking hate that song now because it's a fucking dumbass song. All right, on to number 1. At number 1, we got Lil Wayne-Rebirth. And yeah, this is 808s but times 10. This is, you know, it's a concept album and it fails on all fronts. You know, it's not a good rock album. It's not a good rap album. There's fucking one decent good song on there that's okay, and I forgot what fucking song it was. So I mean, it hadn't been that good, but it fails on all fucking fronts. And you know, what the fuck was Lil Wayne thinking with this? You know, there's you know, people want to like say Carter 4, but I mean, Carter 4 is fucking, you know, Reasonable Doubt compared to this. Like Carter 4 is Illmatic compared to fucking Rebirth. Rebirth is by far horrible. And so yeah, that's why it's number 1. It's the worst mainstream rap album that's bad. And like, there's other fucking rap albums that are worse. I mean, you got, you know, fucking Vanilla Ice's album, you know, MC Hammer's album, but I mean, I really don't count that. Like, that's, you know, that's technically the rappers and shit like that, but I mean, I just don't fucking count that as, you know, that's just such a cop out. You know, I want fucking, you know, the worst albums by, you know, decent artists, you know. And Rebirth is it's bad. It's not good, you know. And there's probably some fans of it, you know. There's fucking fans of, you know, shitty albums everywhere, you know. But it doesn't make it any good. And I don't care who's going to defend Rebirth. It's not a good album. But that's it. The 10 worst mainstream albums by good rappers, I guess you want to say. And yeah, that's basically it. Let me know how I'm doing. This is episode 2, so let me know what you like, dislike. You know, if you like this, if you dislike, you know, that. You know, you hate my fucking face. You know, let me know. And let me know what you want to see the next top 10. I think the next top 10 I'm going to do is top 10 worst rap album covers. So yeah, until next week, I will see you then. Peace.